Now is the ideal time to create the perfect hanging basket in your garden. And the secrets to success lie in the ingredients you choose. Starting with a good quality hanging basket, a large hanging basket. Good quality Irish made compost, grow-wise is excellent. A slow release fertiliser, and the fertiliser I'm using today is Osmo Pro 6. Nice collection of flowering and trailing plants, including strawberries. And also a liquid feed to keep the blossoms and the colour going right through the summer period. Let me show you our three-step process in creating the perfect hanging basket for your garden. Step one in our three-step hanging basket process is simply selecting the right hanging basket size. And I recommend a minimum of 14 or 16-inch size baskets. You can choose something like this, which is wrought iron with a fibre lining, or the rattan baskets make very nice hanging baskets as well. Deep enough to take plenty of compost and large enough to take a wide collection of plants. So remember, selecting the right size of container is critically important. A minimum of 14 or 16 inches for any container you choose. Step two in planting up your perfect hanging basket is to fill it with good quality compost and fertiliser. A little tip though, if you're planting up your basket, to keep it stable, just put it into a pot like that. It keeps it nice and simple for planting up. And we're using the Board Nimona Grow-Wise compost, really good Irish compost, full in nutrition, ideal for hanging baskets, containers, window boxes, patio planters. It's the perfect compost for all your flowering plants. So fill the basket up, press down the compost, and to that I'm going to add some of the slow release fertiliser. So normally about 2 handfuls into a 16-inch basket, and just mix that in. Work it into the compost, so that will feed your plants right through the summer period, encouraging lots of blossoms from early summer right through until early winter. And finally, step three in creating your perfect hanging baskets, it's time for planting. When choosing the plants, go for something large in the centre of the basket, like a flowering geranium, to give it a little bit of height and colour right here in the very centre of the basket. Just firm that in. Then select some trailing plants. So I'm selecting trailing petunia. But again, a little tip, if you prune back the trailing plants just at this stage, you'll encourage extra branching and extra flowers. You'll double or treble the number of flowers on the plant by simply trimming them back. And remember, when you're planting, plant with some symmetry. So I'm putting one petunia here, I'll put a second petunia on the far side, just to create balance and uniformity. So again, just trimming back the side shoots to increase the number of flowers you get from the plants. And a basket of this size, you're going to put in about 10 to 15 plants in total to fill it up, to give really good colour. So again, I'm using trailing bacopa, which is another lovely flowering plant. Again, just trimming back the side shoots to increase the number of flowers you get from the plant. Don't worry if you're pruning back some of the flowers, that doesn't really matter. That's just going to increase the number of blooms we get during the summer. So again, try to get some symmetry by planting the same plant on the far side, and that'll balance your basket. It'll make it look good from any angle. So again, just simply putting the plant in on the far side. So we've used 5 plants there at the moment. I'm putting in yellow bidens, which again is a lovely trailing plant, bright yellow flowers. The flowers on this plant contrast very nicely with the purple petunias, lovely mixed together. Again, you can just put that in right beside the petunia, tuck it in here, and again we'll add another yellow bidens right on the other side again to create that balance. So again, just trimming back the side branches, and that'll give lots of extra colour. You'll double or treble the amount of blooms by simply trimming them back. Remember that hanging baskets flower from early summer right through until mid-winter. So the plant will stay in flower, all the plants will stay in flower right up until October, possibly into November. So well worth planting them up correctly. Just pop it in there. And again, I'm going to use a lovely plant called pink diacia, which again has lovely bright glossy foliage and pink flowers. And again, I'm just going to trim them back slightly just to get extra flower and extra bloom. So popping again the plant in here at the edge, and one more diacia. So as you can see, it only takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes to plant up your ideal hanging basket. and it will flower from early summer until midwinter. So again, just popping that in there to give a bit of balance. And finally, I'm going to add some lobelia, which is a lovely trading plant. You can just pop these in right around the edge of the basket, again to give a bit of colour. So just pop them in right at the rim of the basket in here. Again, all the way around, about 6 or 7 plants right around the base of the hanging basket, all around the edges. And that'll give a nice blue colour. And finally, just to add something of interest, why not something for the children, add in a strawberry plant. Strawberry plant will grow in the basket quite happily. It will flower, produce its fruit in midsummer, and a nice little treat when you're passing your hanging basket, you can reach in and enjoy a fresh strawberry. So there it is, your perfect hanging basket. Lots of colour from now until late winter. But the secret to keep it flowering right through the summer months is regular watering and also regular feeding. And the feed I use here at Horkans is Osmo Universal Feed. It's brilliant for hanging baskets, window boxes and patio containers, and also great for strawberries and tomatoes. Use the Osmo Universal every 10 days during the summer period, and remember to keep your plants very well watered.